Hello everyone, and welcome to another exciting video on how to deploy your Angular application to Netlify. So first off, we want to look at what is Netlify. Netlify is a platform that you can instantly build and deploy your site to, and you can use Git to deploy your site for continuous deployment. So again, Netlify, you can deploy a lot of technologies on Netlify, such as React, Vue, Gatsby, Angular, Next.js, SiteScore. There are a lot. So this is a very great platform to try out while you are trying to host your site. So okay, let's go ahead and create our Angular application. So to create our Angular application, we would want to go to our command line and we'll change directory to our desktop or wherever it is you would want the Angular application to be. So now you also change, you can decide to make directory. Let's say Angular 1 app, and let us change our directory to Angular 1 app. Angular 1 app. So now we are inside our Angular 1 app. So to create our project, let us go ahead and use the Angular new and the name of our project. So in this, we would call our project Angular Netlify or Angular app Netlify, or let's just say Angular app net. So now we're going to make our directory, to make our Angular project. So now would you like routing? We can use routing, and let's use a CSS for the styling. So now it's installing, so I'll get back to you when it's completely installed. Okay, so now we want to change our directory to our Angular app directory. So let's go ahead and change it to Angular 1. Okay, so we will have to change to desktop first. So now we can change our directory to the Netlify app. Netlify app. So now inside our Netlify app, we can see how our app looks like by running the Angular serve. So we can say to open. So this should launch our application, so that we'll see what exactly is it looks like. Okay, so this is what our Angular application looks like. This is probably the basic Angular app. So now we would want to head over to Netlify by going to app.netlify.com, which is the deployment platform. Okay, and there would go ahead and create our account and sign in to be able to upload this. So Now we can either sign in through our GitHub, or GitLab, or Bitbucket, or our email. So I would prefer to log in with my GitHub account. So let me click on GitHub, because this can help us to carry on with the continuous deployment. So I'm just going to, so you can go ahead and log in with your GitHub details. So if you do not have GitHub, just go ahead and go to github.com and sign up for a GitHub account. So, but me, I have a GitHub account, so I'll just go ahead and sign in. So back to Netlify, you could put in this is actually the GitHub account. So just go ahead and fill in your GitHub details. Okay. So this is our Netlify dashboard, which we have signed in with GitHub. So two methods which we could use to deploy our apps. So let's see how this works. So we have our sites here. So because it's a new account on Netlify, there won't be any sites. The builds, the domains, the members. So now if we go ahead to our site, we can say new site from Git. So this is if we would want to create our new site from Git. So you could do this, or you could as well drag and drop. So here we can drag and drop our Angular application production version in this Netlify portal. So let us build our Angular project. So let us terminate first the ongoing server. So to terminate, I just used Control-C. Okay, so you can terminate that, and then let us build the project by using Angular build, and it should be the production version. So now it's going to build our project for the production version, and then I'll come back to continue. Okay, now it is fully built. So, and if we use Visual Studio to access, okay, let's use Visual Studio Code to access our application. So if we go there and we use, if you look at the angular.json output part, you realize that it's directed to the distribution, the dist/Netlify app folder. So if you go to the dist/Netlify app, you would see our production code there. So obviously we can go ahead and access that through our folder, the dist folder, and I'll see Netlify. So Netlify app. So this is our build files. so our production file. So let's go ahead and copy this to our Netlify app. So let's go back to our Netlify app. We can either do this and take the folder and just place it in our Netlify app and it uploads. So first you see the site has not been deployed sign, so it is deploying your site. So also it is uploading. So we'll wait for a little while and hope that it works. Okay, so now our app has been uploaded and deployed. So now we can access it through this link. So let's go ahead and click on the link, and voila, you can see our app works. Okay, so this is a much quicker way of doing things. So but again, and someone can decide to also set up a custom domain, buy a new domain, and you can also secure your site with HTTPS. So now we can as well use Git to deploy our site. Okay, so we can go ahead and go to our dashboard and click on new site with Git, and we can create a new site using the continuous deployment method. So you can use any of the platforms. So because I signed it in with my Git account, I can easily click on the GitHub and it takes me to the option where I can easily put in the project. So but before then, we'll need to go ahead and create a we can authorize the Netlify. Okay, so Netlify is authorized to access our GitHub repositories. So now it's showing all repositories. So here it says install your personal account all repositories. This applies to all current and future repositories. Okay, so we can install. All right, so now if we click on the Git again, authorized. Okay, so now we can easily access all our projects, and we can see how these works. Okay, so now because we don't have our project yet, let's go ahead and create a project on our GitHub account. So let's go to GitHub and sign in. So exactly, so I'm just going to create a repository and I'll call it the Netlify app, and description should be optional. We could say this is our first Netlify app. Okay, so we're going to leave it in public. All right, and we can create repository. So when we create the repository, we can take the Git link, copy it, and when we go to our command line and we initialize Git on our folder. So basically, when we launch the Angular app, the Git is already initialized. So now let's see if we have Git there initialize, Git init. Yeah, it's saying reinitialize existing Git repository. All right, so it's already existing. So let's say git remote add origin. So we can easily add origin to add our origin. Now let us push our code to the origin. So we use git push origin master. Okay, so it is fully added. So let's go ahead and see our project on GitHub. If we refresh and let's see what happens. All right, so this is our initial commit. So we can now access our code on Git. Okay, and when we go to Netlify, we can as well see our project. Let's refresh this, and it should be able to bring up our okay. So now if we select the GitHub again to authorize, it's authorized, so we can easily go ahead and choose our Netlify app, and the branch to deploy is master. So our build command should be npm run build, and our publish directory should be dist. Okay, so now let's go ahead and deploy our site. So site deployment is in progress. So there seems to be a problem here. Our site deploy is in progress. Well, we could go to our site setting and we can change our build and deploy settings. So the publish directory should be we should add our Netlify app, because here in Visual Studio Code we use Netlify app. So let's go ahead and add that there. Netlify app, which is our dist folder. Okay, so let's save that, and yeah, so now we can go back and try to redeploy again. And so let's trigger deploy again. Okay, so now let's go ahead and access our new okay, so now our app is fully built and deployed. So you can notice that this is different from the previous site that we deployed. So now it is fully deployed. So now our Git project is functional. So the good thing about connecting your Git to Netlify is that every change you make can actually be effective. So while you want to test this is, let's say that you want to change a text in your project. So let's go ahead and just change a text here. So this is a changed text. Okay, so we want to save that. So now let's go back to our command prompt and hit git add. So we want to add the change. That was not effective, so let's say git add with a dot. Yes, and let's say git commit with the message, this is a change of text. And now let's go ahead and push git push with a U of origin master. Okay, so this is a change of text. So let's go ahead and see if it is effective in our GitHub. So look at this. So if we refresh, we'll get this is a change of text 41 seconds ago. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching.